Hope you had a great Saturday. Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Caleb Seaver with a look at your forecast on this Saturday evening, where it was a warm day across the Tennessee Valley. If you spent any time outside today, I'm sure you noticed, but even now at 7 o'clock, we're still in the 70s and 80s across the Tennessee Valley. Scottsboro still at 82 degrees, 78 for you in Decatur and Muscle Shoals, but it'll be a cool night though. As you see those temperatures, you might think it's going to be a warm night. Well, we'll cool off all the way down into the middle 50s. 58 degrees overnight tonight in Huntsville with mostly clear skies. And as you wake up tomorrow morning and head out the door to church or drink a little coffee, you might want a light jacket, as we'll be waking up with temperatures in the middle 50s before we slowly start to warm into the middle 70s by 9-10 o'clock. And that cool morning will not be a sign of what's to come in the afternoon, as it will be a hot day, really, across the Tennessee Valley. Fort Payne, 85 degrees is your forecasted high tomorrow. 86 in Scottsboro, New Hope, Huntsville. 87 in Decatur. 86 up in Athens. And similarly warm across northwest Alabama, where Florence will be at 87 degrees. 86 for you in Cherokee and Russellville. And those warm temperatures aren't going anywhere this week. We'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 80s all week long, a good 10 to 15 degrees above where we normally are this time of year. In fact, we may even approach 90 degrees by the time we get towards the next weekend. And this warm weather, you might think that's the main story tomorrow, but it's really not. We're going to have very very strong winds throughout the afternoon tomorrow, between 20 and 25 miles per hour. And that, combined with the dry conditions we've been seeing, leads to some increased fire danger. Fire weather watch in effect for all of North Alabama tomorrow. Just be aware if you were going to plan out on doing a little grilling, maybe having a campfire, something like that, maybe hold off a few days until those conditions improve a little bit. And they will, but not because we're going to get rain. Really, that dry air is going to move off to our south and east, and we'll start to see a little bit of humidity start to build back in by the time we get to Monday. And it's that low humidity that helps drive some of this wildfire risk. So by the time we get into Monday, if those moist conditions coming back, the fire weather will get a little better by the middle of this week. The bad news is, despite this increase in humidity, we won't see an increase in rain chances. Rain chances stay between 0 and at most 10% on Thursday, which is not going to help the ongoing drought we have across the entire Tennessee Valley. Level 2 out of 5 outlooked on the drought monitor for all of us in North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee, and even a few pockets of severe drought, level 3 out of 5. As for the rest of your 10-day forecast, well, it's dry and warm. Not much change here. Sunny skies expected all week. We do bring back the chance of a few scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two, Saturday into Sunday, but confidence is very low at this point. The one thing we can count on is dry, warm conditions sticking with us throughout the next 10 days.